Hi, my name is Krista Menino, and I'm the Infusion System Specialist for B. Braun. Welcome to the University of Iowa's epidural assignment. I'm just going to walk through the pump and then also just give you a quick lowdown of what's going on at the hospital and the ins and outs and possibly some troubleshooting. So I have about 10 minutes to get through this video because I think YouTube only allows for that. So I'm going to kind of talk fast and hopefully you can keep up and then just rewatch the video over and over again if you have any questions, okay? So the back of the pump obviously is going to have your dial that you can tighten on and off the pump. One thing I've been instructing the nurses is up is for uptight. So if you dial up, it's going to tighten to the pole, and then down is going to loosen it. So you have the ability to lock the box to the pole. You also have the ability to lock the box. Their keys are going to be stored in the Pyxis, and they will have those on Go Live. Go Live is on Wednesday for labor and delivery and Thursday for the rest of the hospital. Good news is Bob Temple's team, who is the lead on this assignment, is going to have about 20 CRNAs that are going to really know the ins and outs of the pump. So the rest of the floors are really just going to be changing the bag, mainly turning on and off the pump, just kind of going through the nuances of the power cords, locking, using the keypad lock, clearing shift totals. They're really not going to be titrating or setting up infusions. They're going to just pretty much be reverting back to the infusion that was started prior, and then again just kind of changing the bag. But I'm going to do a full in-service so you guys, for those of you who haven't seen the pump in a long time, can review. So I'm going to power on the pump by pressing my on-off button until you start to see words on the screen. It'll go through a set of self-checks. The first thing it'll say on the pump is press the Start OK key to resume or press the Stop No key for menu. So again, reverting back to that old infusion, the last infusion that was prior is pressing the Start OK key. Okay? Otherwise, we're going to press the Stop No key and enter in our code. On our pumps that we're using for demo purposes are just the default code of 700, but their code will be 123. Okay? They are priming on the pump, so you can do so right here by pressing OK. It'll warn you to disconnect from the patient, and they'll prime that 5 mLs all the way through. My pump is currently primed, so I'm not going to prime it. I'm going to press Stop No. Next thing you'll do is select your protocol. It is highlighted in green. I'm going to press OK. I'm going to type in my code. It asks for a new patient. I'm going to say OK to that. Here's where you'll see all of the scripts. And I'm going to press OK to the first script that's loaded. It'll give you a brief, quick synopsis of everything that's in that particular drug protocol. I press OK. It allows you to, it says start infusion, and I say OK. So now I know I'm running. I've got my rate displayed at the top hand side, at the top screen. I also have my rate running at 0.1 mLs per hour. It displays that nice on the screen. Hopefully you can see that in this video. And I also know I'm running by the green light that's flashing at the top of the pump. To lock out the screen, I would just hold my keypad lock until you start to see the bar come across the screen, and it's going to go into the on mode. So now when I go to type anything on the pump, it says keypad lock mode. Okay. To unlock, you're going to do that exact same thing by holding down that lock key, and it goes to the off screen. Okay. Information key, by pressing it one time, is going to bring you to the first screen. It says shift totals, and you can clear them by pressing hold the 6th key to reset. If you keep pressing the information screen, you'll see 7 different screenshots of information, and you can review those when you all get to the University of Iowa. Battery level, time, date, so on and so forth. Okay, as far as changing the bag, I'm going to stop the pump, and I'm going to hold down my stop key. It will revert you right back to that main screen when we powered on the pump. I'm going to press the stop key one more time, enter in my level 1 code. I'm going to scroll down to changing that bag. I'm going to press OK. Do I want to, I'm going to go and change the bag. And now I'm good. I've got my bag changed. I'm going to press OK. Gives you that brief synopsis of the drug protocol. I'm pressing OK. And it asks me, do you want to start your infusion? And I say OK. Okay. If you were in servicing any CRNAs or anesthesiologists, so again, not any nursing floors, you're going to teach them how to titrate. It's very simple. Let's say I want to go from 0.1 mLs per hour to 2. I press the 2 button. I press OK. I enter in my level 1 code. Now I've titrated to 2. Okay. If I needed to change anything on the pump, I press my prime bolus button, and then I have the ability to change my bolus dose or my lockout time. They might be moving towards this in the future, but as of right now, they are not using the bolus cord. So you might want to just point that out and show them how to do it for the future. If I stop and I wanted to give the patient a quick bolus, a clinician bolus, I can stop my pump. I can press prime bolus. I enter in my level 2 code, which is 855. And the clinician bolus would be 2. I press OK, and I can do a clinician bolus. Okay. This again is just for CRNAs or anesthesiologists. If they ask you, we can show them that function. Obviously, we're looking and seeing bolusing on the screen. It tells you bolusing at the top of the pump charger. Okay. If there were any sort of alarm issues and you're having trouble with air in line or something of that nature, the pump would alarm and go into an alarm state. Okay, let's just pretend that the pump were going through some of that. I'm going to show you how to load the tubing. Again, this is only a very small portion of the hospital that's even going to load the tubing or even change out the tubing if there were an issue. It's just a small amount of folks in anesthesia that are going to be changing the tubing for that. So it's just this metal clip. I'm going to open that door. Okay. The black piece is proprietary. It fits right in the top. The 2 notches at the top fit right in there, and you're going to thread your tubing. And the way I like to do it is using one hand holding the back of the pump and the front and closing the door until you hear the click. Okay, so my pump is stopped. And I'm just going to press OK to start it back up. And that's pretty much it. We have, obviously, your epidural tubing is yellow with a filter. So let's just power it down by stopping my pump, holding your on-off button. And that concludes our video. I'm going to write some information in an email that's going to transpire with this video. And if you have any questions, please contact Krista Menino or Amy Zawalski. Thanks.